as shrub. All right. So the one in the middle, it's shrub. And just cut like this. Why I cannot cut that? That's so weird. Oh, I see. Okay. Now let's do a little bit. So when you cut, guys, another very important rule is that we cut it smooth and naturally. All right, this is not man-made feature. We need to make sure they cut smooth and naturally. When we cut like this, all right, because there's no very clear sign, we don't cut, use a right angle like this and label this as shrub. That is not okay. We want to make the boundary between different categories look natural and smooth. That is the goal. And we don't need to care for the detail. We want to keep the consistent. So for example, in this one here, right? This area look different than the grass, than this area. Then that's good. So we can label this as shrub. And this area, they are the same thing. So we should label these two as the same thing, which is shrub. And and then this one is different, so this should be different. So you don't need to know what is the correct answer, but in your task, just make sure when they look the same on the image, you give them the same category. Okay, so this one is done fixing. It's a very easy project. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So all these big pieces are labeled as grass, right? However, when we look at here, the shrub and grass and forest are labeled here. But when we take a look, this area look the same thing, right? This area look the same thing. So they should not label this. They are not supposed to be two categories labeled here. There's only be one category. All right. So it can either be forest or be shrub. Either way, it's fine. So it's very easy. So we can cut it. I will name this as shrub. And when you cut, you don't use a straight line, all right? You don't use a straight line like this. This is very ugly. We want to make sure, click a few more points, make sure they look naturally and smoothly. That is our goal. And when we are at his area, these two look different, right? These two look different. Then we can just leave the result like this and make sure this one is to be shrub. And the rest of it, they are looking pretty consistent, right? But this one here, this whole piece look the same thing. So you should not have one piece as shrub, one piece as forest, and one piece as grass. So there's only two categories, forest and grass. And this one here, because this angle, you see, this spike, this angle, it's very ugly. So we don't want that either. So just label as this. It's very easy. We don't care for detailed, but we want to make sure they are consistent. Like this one here. This one, this area, this one here is the same thing as here. But we should not label them to two categories. So we should change this. All right, and this one is different. This one is different than the actual forest. So let's label this to grass, including this one. So now this is pretty consistent. And one more thing here, right? This is not shrub. So we don't want that to be shrub. So make sure we exclude this inconsistency in our task, like this. Very easy work, but you need to, just keep it consistent. You need to be careful for that. There's not much precise editing, no hard skill required, but we need to understand each category. Like they look the same thing. When they look the same, we give them the same category. For example, this one here. So this is, this is the same as grass. So let's change it to grass. Rest of it looks pretty nice. So I will submit. It's pretty easy work. All right. Take a look at this one. So you can see this is grass, right? Type 1, type 2, type 3. So this one in the middle is different. So we can give it a different label. But this one here is not a shrub. So we want to get rid of that. All right. And this one here, right? You see, this is different. This is same thing, right? So this is when they look the same, give them the same category. All right. Like this one. Okay, this is not reasonable, right? And this one just be grass, right? This one is a little bit ambiguous. For this one, I will just label it as grass to make sure, these are very ambiguous. So I will not make it like this one, this forest, right? They all look the same thing. So make sure that, this one here, this is still grass, right? It's no different. So just label this as grass. Right, this one here, they look the same. So you shouldn't label one as forest, one as shrub. So let's just merge it together. And this one here, this is not shrub, so it should be grass. Same thing here, right? And this is okay, right? This is different than forest and then the grass. So this is okay to be shrub. This one is not. And this is not. So basically, we just keep everything that's as the same thing. We keep the same. We keep the same land cover feature to the same category. All right, this shrub is acceptable, right, guys? What do you think? Can you understand? This shrub is acceptable, right? This is shrub. It's all shrub. It's different than the forest, different than the grass. So we can label it as shrub. But this one here. It's better to label this as for grass, right? Because this shrub is not the same thing as here, and it's different than the forest. It's better to label this piece as grass because this area looks the same thing. So now this is consistent. So okay, can you guys understand the requirement now? Understand what we need to do for this recheck? Guys, can you understand now?
Yes, sir.
If you have any question, please let me know. Okay, Adam, please, send the attendance sheet here. Everyone sign up, and I will verify you in 37008.